Now, I don't really like to rap about my problems, but seems like nothing in this world is even gonna solve them. So I'ma fucking tell you what I got on my mind, cause it's gonna hurt me more if I keep it trapped inside, you see. My mom, she got a beautiful soul, and every time a nigga see her, yeah, they losing control. I wanna be able to say I'm from Lawrence, and you better know where that is. Period.
I feel like if we change the course of support, I feel like Lawrence has a big chance, in my opinion. So like I think we all need to come together and just support each other. So you opened for a Young M.A., right?
Woo!
Did you do Chief KEEF?
Woo!
And Blueface? No?
For the youth, surround yourself with people that motivate you. Again, something I wish I did like way beforehand. Learn about your city, learn about your surroundings, learn about where you're from, so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Yo, what's up? It's Isha from the 978. You are now in tune with the overall DRIP Experience podcast. Yeah.
That's the DRIP, the flyest in the city, aka the Young Intellectual. And today we have Isha from the 978 on the podcast. As you guys know, I like to get people on the show who inspire me and in turn will inspire you. Isha from the 978 is an upcoming artist from Lawrence, Massachusetts who had a dream, overcame adversity, and now she's part of the overall DRIP Experience podcast.
I like that.
What's going on, Isha?
What's good?
Talk to me. So I'm gonna get a little personal. Let's get a little personal. I'm gonna start the first question out personal.
Big gulp.
So I want you to take us back to middle school, all the way up into high school. What kind of kid were you?
All right, middle school. I like to start off with, I'd say the 5th grade. The 5th grade was actually one of my favorite years in middle school. That's when I started to, grow my love for music. I started listening to Lil Wayne, Busta Rhymes. Like I had my little circle of friends.
Carter 3?
All of the Carters.
All the Carters.
I grew up listening to Lil Wayne. If it wasn't for Lil Wayne, I wouldn't have been making music.
Copy.
Give him props. But anyways, 5th grade was actually when I started to grow my love for music, and it wasn't until 6 Foot 7 Foot came out and I learned the entire song, and I was, imagine a little 11, 12-year-old,
So
I was.
Give us a little preview? Now I'm talking shit.
Oh, he wants me to rap. But it wasn't until I rapped that whole thing, I was like, damn, like I'm nasty. I started writing poems. I started coming 6th grade, 7th grade, writing poems in English class. I was actually really timid as a kid. I never wanted to pursue music as a career or anything. I just wanted to do it for fun, and because I had a lot of mutuals who were also like writing poems and such. So it wasn't until I maybe hit the 9th grade, freshman year, when I went to my first open mic at the YMCA. And it was crazy. There was a bunch of drummers, guitarists. I was the only female rapper there.
So you were timid as a kid.
Yeah.
Wait, did you tell anybody from your family that you were doing music?
Nope.
So you kept it to yourself. So you were timid, and in the 9th grade you said, let me just fuck around and go straight to an open mic. Yeah,
I had met these kids that were part of a band, and they invited me to this open mic, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I had just got out of a relationship, and I wrote a diss track. I wrote a diss track to the guy I was dating. Mind you, he was front row. I will never forget it.
Yo, that's crazy.
And ever since then, I was like, you know what, I want to pursue music. I really do.
So my question to you is, do you believe that artists are made, or do you think they're born? So do you think people are born artists, or do you think they can just become an artist by putting their mind to it?
It's a little bit of both. Some people are born into a family who are a bunch of, musically inclined people, are raised with listening to music and singing and dancing, whereas there's people who just, fall in love with it as, time goes on. They get inspired by other people, figures, their friends of such, their environment, whatever it may be.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right, so let's go back to the 9th grade. So you did the open mic, right? After your open mic, how was the reception?
Woo!
Like, how did people receive it, the crowd?
People were shocked. It was a crowd that I wasn't really familiar with. It was a bunch of people that I didn't even know, so it was a really good first impression I got. But I wasn't even in the 9th grade yet. It was the summer before 9th grade started, and then, as I went to school, Lawrence High was, big on the arts programs and such. They always offered us, talent shows, open mics, whatever it may be, even performing in classrooms. And it wasn't until I think I was in math class one day. I told my teacher that I wanted to pursue music, and she was like, "All right, show me what you got." And I was fucking scared. I was in front of the entire classroom.
How many students? Like 30?
25. Yeah, I would say 30. It was crazy. I was sitting at my desk like this, like it was wow. I'm glad she pushed me to do that. You know, not only to show others that, you know, what my passion was, but it also helped me break out of my shell. You know, step by step. You know.
So that was 9th grade as well.
Mhm.
Let's keep going up. So
all right.
You're
and
freshman,
then
now you're sophomore.
So this was I'm still a freshman
You're still
year.
a freshman.
So this was the summer. Now we're going into the winter. December, I did my first like real talent show in Lawrence High. I remember I wore a nice dress. I wore heels. You know,
A
that's
great dress.
Yeah.
I did the research.
You see, man. You see what I'm saying?
The great dress.
Yes,
heels,
that
right?
was my first like real talent. My mother was there. You know, my family was there. My manager was there. It was beautiful.
So you had a manager in the 10th
I
grade.
called him my manager because he was the one pushing me to become a better artist. He was the one, you know, feeding me knowledge
Like a
and
mentor.
such. Yeah, more like a mentor, yeah. But that night was amazing. You know, I was nervous. I didn't have no movement. I was as still as a stick. But I rapped the song that I had written, I think maybe a year before that. And I had dropped it the same night, and I got a lot of love. Like, people were surprised. They didn't expect that out of me because, again, I kept it to myself. I was timid, you know. One of my best friends from the 2nd grade actually motivated me to, I guess, pursue music more because he was by my side throughout my entire high school career. Now I'm going into sophomore year. We start becoming closer. We start doing ciphers after school, going to Movement City, which I don't know if you heard of it.
Of course.
Movement City is one of the greatest things to happen to Lawrence. For any artist, dancer, you know, anything arts related, I think Movement City is the wave. Like,
So wait, so Movement City is still on today?
yeah, Movement City is still on. Yeah, definitely. I have a couple of my friends that still work there. Obviously, because, you know, the corona, they took a little pause. But Movement City still does open mics every Friday on IG Live.
Oh, wow.
It's great, yo. Movement City helped me not only become a better student, but become a better artist. So they're on top of your schoolwork, but also on top of, you know, your dreams and the path you want to head towards, too.
That's dope.
Yeah. Ever since then, I was just dropping music. Movement City had a studio. All we had to do is pay $10 a month. So I got free studio time. And I was just dropping singles every month. Until I actually became comfortable enough to showcase my element. And that's when I maneuvered my way into El Taller, which is where I actually work now. El Taller is another beautiful thing. Shout out El Taller. Another like amazing thing that have ever happened to Lawrence. Offering like open mics and book clubs, writing workshops, whatever it may be. They're so in tune with the community, and I think that's what we really need in this city. 2016 was the first year I started hosting open mics. Shout out Nate. Nate had moved to LA at the time. And he just loved me. He loved my charisma, the way I carried a crowd. Nate Burner, you know Nate.
Dreads?
Yeah, that's that nigga, bro. That's the one.
I don't know him personally, but I've heard of him and I heard
great.
his music.
He's great. He's great. Shout out to Nate. But I'm glad he gave me the throne because it allowed me to meet new artists and like collab with new people and like
break out of your shell.
Exactly, break out of my shell. I'm very social, but you know, starting off I was timid, so it helped me, you know, actually expand and social network and all this like, you know, necessity that we need to become a successful artist. I'm still hosting to this day, so it's been about 3-4 years strong. And it's actually a great experience. We've gotten better and better. El Taller is just coming better and better each month.
So you just host, you don't perform anymore?
Oh yeah, I definitely perform. I haven't performed in a very long time. I've gone through a lot of trials in my life that affected my music and the way I perceive myself, I would say. Because I was a part of a couple teams that, you know, I'm not a part of anymore, but we all live and learn at the end of the day. I was still experiencing, I was getting used to all this, you know, I was getting used to the environment, really. I was so used to being independent and just to myself, where it came to a point in about 2018, I was hosting an open mic, and, you know, a guy had approached me, and he ended up being my manager a couple months later, and he took me to places that I never, you know, could have taken myself to on my own. Like, he took me to the SOBs. He took me to so many, like, venues in New York and Blister, and like he introduced me to so many good people, and I thank him for that. Like he really pushed me to become who I am. At the end of the day, it didn't work out. We were a team of many artists. Egos got in the way and such, and I was going through a lot in life where I felt like my life wasn't balanced. My mental health does mean a lot to me, and if my mental health isn't straight, then I'm not straight. I got to be at peace with myself.
You're putting it at risk. It's not worth it.
Exactly, and I felt like it came to a point where I was forcing myself into a
situation that you weren't comfortable with.
Exactly, and when you're not comfortable with making music and you want to pursue music, it feels more like a job than something you want to aspire to become. And at the end of the day, you don't want to be forced. You don't want to force art. Never. You want to be in a good environment, a good state of mind. That way you can, achieve your goals in a much more peaceful way.
I hear that.
Amen.
Amen to that. That was fire. So, you met a manager. Well, you met multiple managers apparently, right?
Yeah, I met two.
So you had multiple managers, multiple mentors. But back to your own personal self, who do you consider your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration can be anyone, family, celebrity.
Yeah. Let's do music first, and then you go into family.
All right. I wouldn't say I have an inspiration, but I do have role models that I look up to. Like I look up to Nas, I look up to Aaliyah, I look up to J. Cole. Like those people are the first people that pop up into my head. They're, Nas is lyrical. I think he's the greatest rapper of all time. We can argue that.
So we can take 2 steps over there and bang it out.
Yeah, we can bang it out because nobody's talking about Jay-Z. We're talking about Nas, bro. Like,
well, all right. So who won the battle then? Back then, who do you think
Nas won, bro?
You think Nas won?
Yes. Fuck Jay-Z. Yo, we're not gonna get into that right
now. Boy, you don't go to sleep.
There's such thing called opinions, my friend.
I know. I'm just talking shit.
No, but my high school career, Nas was the biggest inspiration. There you go. I said I don't like using the word inspiration, but I definitely would consider him as one. So those are definitely a couple people I do look up to. Aaliyah, because everybody, I grew up listening to Aaliyah, but then everybody would say, "Oh, you look like Aaliyah. You give me Aaliyah vibes." So it was funny because my aunt, my mom.
I kind of see it.
Yeah, so it was like, it's funny. I grew up listening to her, but now people are saying I look like her, and it's like, mash them together. It's like, what you get? You get this.
And how about family?
Family, I have an aunt named Janelle who also wanted to pursue music. Shout out Janelle. She is a great role model to this family. She went to college, she graduated in her medical field. She is now a nurse, but she's a wonderful singer. Like, she was always focused on her dreams, and that's something I look forward to because I didn't go to college right after high school. I decided to take a year or 2 off just to pursue my dreams while I'm young. I figured school's not going anywhere. I can go to school in a couple years and go for writing or nursing. But right now, I just want to chase my dreams, and my aunt really helped me, see that view, more clear, I guess.
So she told you, she was like, oh, focus on your dreams now and go to school later?
Yeah, because she regrets not, she also had a kid, so that also got in the way, but she told me she regrets not, focusing on what she aspired to be, which was a singer.
So when your parents found out, everybody in your family found out, were they supportive right away, or did it take them time to actually see something happen? Because I know, like I said for myself, I'm Haitian, and they're like, go to school, lawyer, doctor, nurse. That's
okay,
it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, you're Dominican, correct?
Yes.
You guys are also from the Caribbean. And all they know was work. I'm pretty sure your parents, wait, are you first generation? You are?
Yeah,
So if you're first generation, that means your parents are just, they like to work, right?
I mean, well, my mother was born here.
Oh, your mother was born here?
My father was born, he was born in DR. My father hasn't really been a part of my life since I was maybe 9 years old, so and to him. But my mom, actually, she's also a singer. My mom's a beautiful singer, probably one of the greatest singers I know. She was always singing in karaoke's, and in her job she works at bars and restaurants, so they always offer some sort of entertainment. My mom's a great singer. When she first found out that I was making music, she was supportive. Like I said, she was at my first real show. But it took her, you know, after a couple maybe weeks or months, I felt like a little hate. I don't know what it. I felt like a little. I don't know, because I know she wanted to pursue music. She has 5 children.
Resentment.
Yeah, I felt a little resentment. That's what it was. And you know, it was hard because I was 16, 15, going out. Like, I had a crazy curfew. I was not allowed to go out, you know. But I was sneaking out of the house to go to the studio, to go to Movement City, to go to open mics, and she was feeling iffy about it, you know. But it wasn't until I got even more support from my aunts and uncles and my mom's friends that, you know, it was like, yo, like, I really fuck with what she's doing. And she's always, you know, playing my music to her friends, like, oh, this is my daughter, like, da-da-da-da. Super supportive now, I can say.
But you felt the resentment at first.
I definitely felt it, and I pointed it out. I was like, yeah, I'm straight up. Like that. Right. I told her, I was like, Ma, like, do you not want me to do this? Are you feeling some type of way, you know? You salty or not? But, you know, today she is very supportive, and yeah, I come from a family of musicians.
Dope.
It's dope, really yeah.
So, we talked about the hate in your family, or the lack of support in your family. So let's talk about the hate with the people around you. So,
woo! I hope y'all heard of that siren. Sheesh.
So, alright. Everybody knows how Lawrence is.
Bueno.
Beautiful city.
Beautiful city.
The people around you, the resentment you felt from your mother, did you feel that with the people around you? I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
Yes.
100%.
Big yes.
People were hating before you even came out, correct, right?
The hate started in 2016 when I started writing music, dropping music, and I had all these guys, you know, and girls. They're like, oh, she's trash. Oh, she thinks she all that. She Hollywood. Who does she think she is? Da 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 da. It's crazy to me to this day, and I just got a message from some dude earlier. I won't name his name, but it's funny how most of the people who, you know, doubted me a couple years back are now. Yes. And, you know, I can't talk shit. I can't talk shit because, for example, Cardi B.
Oh, I doubted her too.
Yeah, exactly. I doubted Cardi B. I hated her. Like, I hated her inside and out. And, you know, I'm her fan now, so I'm not a hypocrite. At the end of the day, you know, it does take some time to, you know.
Grow on people.
Yeah, exactly, to grow on people. But, you know, it was beating me really bad. It came to a point where I was doubting myself, and I was feeling very insecure because I felt like everybody was ganging up on me, and I wanted my city to support me. I felt like I needed people's support. And, you know, I had to grow up and realize that there's more to life out there. You know, I'm gonna move out of Lawrence, and I'm gonna find new people, and there's gonna be more places to expand to.
Yeah, Lawrence is just a small hub of what the world is.
But I don't know. I would describe myself as a popular loner. I know a lot of people, but I don't really like rolling with a lot of people. A lot of people, I could say I'm easily
annoyed.
Sorry, not easily. I intimidate a lot of people. I don't know what it is. I'm very friendly. Like, I'm real as shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm cute. I don't know what it is, but
it's funny that you say that, though, because I consider myself an introverted extrovert.
You see, and I've said that before, and people thought I was crazy. I said exactly that.
Literally, so I know a whole bunch of people. I know mad people, but I don't like chilling with nobody. Mm-mm. I chill with my mans behind the camera. That's it.
If I go to a party, you will catch me in the corner smoking my. I'm like, hey, but I'm not gonna be socialized with. I don't know. That's just who
I feel that 100%. Like, I just don't like, cause like, I used to be that type of person that was around everybody. Like, I used to go out and be with boom. But once you start seeing people's true colors, it's like you can't be around people because people have a lot of resentment towards you. Because either you're intimidating because one, people are drawn to you. You're intimidating two because, like I said, people are drawn to you. Two, because you're confident. You're really confident. So I'm talking about myself here. I'm pretty sure for yourself as well. Like people that lack some sort of confidence, they try to leech that onto you. Yeah. And they try to project their insecurities on you.
Yeah, and you could like never let that degrade you in any way.
And that's why like I stopped rocking with people like that. But like I chill with a select few. And as you grow older, people are gonna watch this. They're gonna realize the older you grow, the smaller your circle becomes. Because people are gonna be around you for their own benefit. So that's what I realized in my life. So I'm an introverted extrovert, and you're a what?
Popular loner.
Popular loner.
Yo, cause like, and I realized, I be talking to some of my friends, and I'm like, yo, we all make music, but will we still be friends if we didn't make music? I look at it because I feel like most of my circle are, they're a bunch of artists, producers, engineers, and I think to myself, I'm like, would we even be friends if that were the case? We all either met at Movement City or at Tayel, known each other for maybe 4+ years. Everybody else I rolled with in high school, I'm still cool with them, but they did show their true colors, and they can call me fake or Hollywood for cutting them off, but at the end of the day, I can't have anybody that's holding me back. I gotta keep moving forward. Have people. If you're not motivating me or inspiring me, I don't want you around.
Or praying for me. If you ain't on the same vibration, you gotta go, bro.
Exactly.
So what do you struggle with now? Creatively, just in life. This is like a therapy session, to be honest. Talk to me.
What do I struggle with now?
Yeah. I know it's not all sunshine and roses.
No, my life was not, like, this year alone, I'm not the same girl I was back in March, and March was right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through so much shit this year and last year. A lot of personal, like, things that happened with my family or my living situation or, like, relationship problems, whatever it may be. I had to really open my eyes and realize that I only have myself. At the end of the day, I came out the womb by myself. I'm going to get buried by myself.
Solo.
So, I mean, hello. Gotta love yourself for you. Become a better you for you. What do I struggle with? I feel like when meeting new people, I struggle with making new friends because I feel like in my head I keep thinking back to the people that, did show their true colors to me, that I thought were real to me, that, ended up flipping the switch out of nowhere. Exactly, trust issues. I do have a lot of issues with that when meeting new people. But in terms...
that's anybody, though.
Yeah, but right now it's like, ooh.
It's on steroids?
Yeah. Una maldita droga.
Maldita droga.
No, pero...
I feel like that's everybody, though, because at the end of the day, like, once somebody, like, betrays you or stabs you in the back and you had trust in them, you're always going to be more cautious.
Yeah.
You'd be a fool to trust everybody the same way, because then it's just going to happen again.
And that's exactly why I got fucked over so many times in the beginning. But again, we all learn from our mistakes. As long as you learn from them, I don't see an issue to dwell on the past and let it ruin your perception of your future. I guess I can't really say I'm struggling with anything music-wise, except for the fact that I was so focused on getting my life together. I felt like I was so complacent at a point where I just didn't want to, I wanted to give up on music. I wanted to give up on life, like, to be real. It was pretty hard. And I had to find a sense of motivation. And in that case, it was my siblings. I have 4 younger siblings. And I do it all for them. In reality, the system's fucked up, Sure. The system's really fucked up. I had 8 months without seeing my siblings. And at that point, that's when I dug my own hole, basically. I was having trouble writing music, I was having trouble performing, I was having trouble socializing, going out. I was working 3 jobs a week to keep myself busy because I didn't want anything else to do. Like, I just wanted to go homework. And it was at a point where I felt like I wasn't bettering myself. Each day I felt worse and worse. And that's why I was talking about mental health. At the end of the day, you cannot grow in the same environment that broke you. So just either distance yourself and remove yourself and better yourself, or you're not going to get better. You're not going to get better in that environment. That's how I feel overall with struggles. Yeah.
So let's move the conversation to Lawrence, the 978, the city. So Lawrence is a beautiful city with a lot of culture, but it just gets highlighted for the wrong things on the media. And
always.
Yeah, for sure, always. But in terms of creatives, what do you think is stopping Lawrence creatives from taking that extra step from getting out of the city?
People are so comfortable, and I try to tell my peers, I'm like a mom to my friends, and they get annoyed as shit, but I try to be so motivational and tell them, like, there's so much more than Lawrence. Like, Lawrence is small, it's really easy to make it out of here because we're a party city, bro. Where you hear dance hall, you hear reggaeton everywhere. Like, niggas is throwing parties left and right. It's really easy to make it out of here. But just don't get comfortable. Be prepared to go, all the way across the fucking continent if you have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, be prepared for any of that. I feel like people are so comfortable with, like, being here. And they just think that by dropping a couple songs and working with a couple people, it's going to make... No, you got to leave in order to make it. Like, you...
So you think...
I think that's...
You think we have to leave?
Yes.
In my opinion,
like, not leave
like,
forever, but like, you know, if I'm gonna take a trip to New York, you know, I'm gonna take full advantage. I'm gonna meet all the people.
facts.
You know, if I'm gonna go down to Atlanta, I'm gonna work with people down there. I'm gonna be connected with people, etc., etc. It's
Nah,
like,
I see what you mean, but for me, it's like, I don't think it's a conversation about leaving. It's more of a thing about support overall. I feel like in the city, it's just a lack of support.
nah, 100%. We
So
could all say that.
So like for like cities like Atlanta,
Mhm.
like if you notice, people are coming up and they're bringing their people up with them.
Yeah, they're very united.
That's a bigger place than Lawrence. Lawrence is literally this small. So I feel like if we change the course of how we do things in terms of support, because people don't want to support you unless the big people support you. If the big people aren't supporting you, you ain't getting support.
Be like that.
And I feel like if we change the course of support, I feel like Lawrence has a big chance, in my opinion. So like I think we all need to come together and just support each other.
You know,
that's what we need to do.
I try to speak on that. Like, I'll have like a little speech, then open mic. I'll try to talk to some of the artists, and I feel like
People fake it.
I don't. Yeah, everybody wants to be in competition. I don't like being compared. I don't feel like people always feel the need to compare. Don't compare me, please. Like, just don't. I don't respect that. Like, I don't know, and it's not even, I'm not better than nobody. I'm not better than anybody. I'm only in competition with myself. But to put that in better words, nobody makes music like me. Nobody makes the same kind of music as me. So why are you comparing me to a nigga that only makes trap, for example, saying he's better than me? And it's like, that's the problem with Lawrence, is that everybody wants to compare someone. Oh, he's better than her. He's better than him. And it's like, it's not even about that. We all have a chance to make it out. There's room for everybody at the end of the day. There's, you know, there's different types of music for different kinds of people. You know, I'll make a rock song, for example. You think a lot of people fuck with rock around here? No. Like, I dropped it, you know, but I can find my own venue, or I can find the right place to expand that type of music in. Without the feeling need to compare myself to another artist, especially someone that is trying to come out of the same city, same situation as I am. It's no reason.
I feel that. People are always trying to put people in boxes. It's like, you're not just a rapper, you're an artist, correct? So you fall out of the category of a box. You're a circuit. No, I'm talking shit.
Okay.
Now I'm talking shit, but yeah, I did. So I listened to your SoundCloud. I did hear the rock song. I was rocking with it a little bit. I be fucking with Maroon 5, that soft rock, whatever you wanna call it. I rock with it, but I was like, I listened to it. I was like, Lawrence ain't gonna rock with that.
No,
because Lawrence is looking for a song, because they like trying to be on some Atlanta, New York, freaking Little Baby type genre.
or dancehall. It's no in between. It's one of those two.
It's like you either a killer or you whine it.
And you know, I didn't let that stop me from doing what I want to do. If I want to do a rock or an electric or a country, I'm gonna do it, because at the end of the day, you will not be better in your craft if you don't try new things, and if you're not comfortable in different lanes of music, or, you know, you got versatility is the wave, bro. Like, if you're stuck in one lane, you're not really going to
expand.
Yeah, you're not really gonna expand yourself, your craft. And it's like, I don't really care if people don't fuck with rock. Like, I'm doing it because I want it. I want to do it. Exactly, because I love it. I do this because I love to do it, and I hope that I would one day attract people that would truly appreciate, you know, my love for art, rather than just doing it for the sake of others.
For the hype.
Exactly.
So how has this city helped motivate you to become the person you are today? And coming up, what would you do differently if you had the chance? That's a good question.
I didn't want to say it. Woo! I didn't want to say it. This city, wow. I mean, middle school, you know, I went to many schools, so I'm not even gonna name them. But, you know, we were big history class. We were always learning about the history of Lawrence, city of the dam, the mills, everything. I feel like our city has so much potential, and our city was the shit at one point. Everybody wanted to know what's up with Lawrence. Everybody wanted to know.
Everything was lit.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, what happened? What shifted, like, the world into thinking that we're just this shithole? Like, we got neighbors. We got Methuen, who's our neighbor, who will still shit on us, and they're right there. We got Lowell. We got Andover. Like, even when these protests were happening, we had a bunch of cities, like, ganging up on each other when we share the same state. We literally, like, Like, we're not that different from each other. And I feel like that in itself inspired me. It's like, we are more than the city of the damned. We are more than what people think we are, perceive us to be. Like, that itself, like, making it out of Lawrence is an accomplishment. That's fucking crazy, because Lawrence is really, you know, we got terminology, we got knowledge, we got, you know, but Lawrence is not fully on the map. Like, niggas still don't know what Lawrence is. I go to New York and I say, oh, I'm from Lawrence. Where is that? Oh, you know, around Boston. Oh, Boston. It's like, I don't wanna describe my city. Oh, I'm close to Boston. I want to be able to say I'm from Lawrence, and you better know where that is. Period. You know. So yeah, that inspired me. Just putting Lawrence on the map. You know, being a low-income city full of potential, and so many like young kids that wanna, you know, make it out of here. You know, we have a lot of young kids who have the potential to be huge, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a couple, you know, I know a handful.
And look, yo, Lawrence has so much potential. It's like, I don't know, it's like, once, the thing that I find about Lawrence or about the kids here, it's like, once they find out they're good at something, their ego is like out the roof. And then they stop trying. When in other cities or in other places, that makes them go harder, because they find out that they have potential. Once people find out they have potential, it's like, I'm nasty, and they want to stop doing what they're doing. So the advice I'd give to you guys is, like, once you find out you're talented, or once you find out you're good at something, you should be going harder. That shouldn't be stopping you. That shouldn't be slowing you down. That should be your motivation to make it out. But people think about it as the opposite. I've never understood that.
I feel like you just be yourself. Like me, everybody knows me. I'm gonna do whatever I want, no matter who's around. I'm gonna say whatever I feel, because I am me. I'm carefree, and that's the main, like, that's the point I'm trying to prove. It's like, you're also not gonna make it anywhere without being yourself. Don't be someone you're not. Who cares who's around? Like, just be yourself. Be weird. Be the little weirdo you are. Like, jump around, make noises, like, make weird music. Like, do what makes you comfortable. Do what you would do if you're in your room alone. That's how I like to
live your life. Yeah,
that's how I like to live my life. And a lot of people, you know, will still talk about it. Like, oh, she's crazy. She just did that. She just said that. I said, yeah, I'm not. I don't care about your opinion. Like, you know, like, people respect you more when you are yourself. I feel.
When you're out of your own wavelength.
Exactly. Sure. You know, just be you. Stand out in your own zone. You don't have to bite off of other people's vibes. Just be your own, you know. Be your own you.
That's something I just can't stand, bro. How people can just copy people and they love it. I don't understand it. Like, why?
It's one to be inspired. It's one thing to be inspired by, you know, a certain artist or whatever. But when if I color my hair fucking rainbow and start wearing grills and you're gonna compare me to fucking 6ix9ine, bro. Fuck that nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to have my own image. Now, we don't condone snitching. No snitching allowed. But, you know, that's one, you know, besides all of his, you know, ridiculous acts, that's one guy who does stand out in the industry because of his look, for example, his look and his persona. That's what I mean about, you know, us being individually different. You don't have to really bite off of certain people. Just be yourself. Like, be comfortable in your own shell, and you will fly.
You will flourish. So, I see you on Twitter. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Instagram.
I have different personalities on each platform.
You're going crazy, though. I see it. So, how much of an impact do you believe, how do I put this? How much of an impact do you believe social media has on your fan base? And can you give the younger generation some tips on how they can build their fan base through social media? Because I see you've been bodying that. So you had a video I seen on Twitter that literally hit 1 million. It hit 1 million views.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one.
Your girl Isha from the 978 had a video that hit over 1 million views on Twitter. I seen that. That shit was crazy. I believed it. Tell us about that video.
Yo, that was actually a film that one of my cousins had, you know, filmed in Lawrence, and it was called Boys Will Be Boys. It was super dope. It was fucking dope. And it was funny because as we were filming it, you know, that we had the fight scene, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna record this. Because again, I am me. I'm myself. I'm a rebel. I will do what I want. I said, I'm gonna record this and I'm gonna post it on social media, and I'm gonna act like this is a fight, because niggas is real gullible and they gonna believe it. Everybody thought it was a fight. I was like, let's get it, bro. We got mad views from different states, and then we had, Adam 22 view it, and all these like different people.
Shout out Adam.
And it was like the greatest promotion for the video that was then later on posted on YouTube. That being said, I feel like I've always been like good, like obviously, we all need promotional help or whatever, but I feel like I've done really good for myself, just for myself, like by myself, I should say.
I feel like it's cause you're yourself.
Exactly. I feel like I could put a camera right in front of me and start dancing to a song, and like that's it right there. I have these little tactics that always seem to work, and like my own peers will be like, yo, like, how you so good at promoting? Like, I'm like, yo, just be you. Like, I found out what the crowd liked, and I started doing it more. Like, the crowd likes when I do like trailers for my songs, because I be like goofy or whatnot. So I started doing those to promote my music, or like posting little meme videos, or like videos like that, like you said. And that video actually went viral on TikTok as well. It went viral on Facebook. So it's like, that shit was fucking crazy. Like, I just posted it on TikTok a couple months ago, and it got taken down because, TikTok and their guidelines with fighting and shit. But that shit hit like,
wow. Even
it
though
hit like 600K. I was like, what the fuck? It's not. But social media is definitely the wave right now. Generations. As time goes on, things change. I feel like right now social media is the wave.
Especially with Corona going on.
Exactly. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's going live. Like, everybody's on their phone, period. So, social media is really easy to me. I love social media. Like, I love, especially because I meet people from around the world that don't know me. I feel like the people that know me, that see what I do, they tend to hate more because they know of me. They're like, oh, I still don't fuck with her.
For sure.
I still don't fuck. But then someone from, like, LA will meet me, like, yo, you're mad cool. Like, where you from? And that's the thing. You just got to take advantage of social media. Just try all these new things. Like, I don't know. I love social media. I love it.
So your advice to the younger generation would be
just
to basically be yourself.
Yeah, just be yourself. And I tell the kids that in Movement City, a lot of those kids look up to me, and I love those children, bro. They're so talented. They're like from ages 8 to like 16. Like, they're fire. They're motivated. They're inspired. They're focused. And it's like, damn, like, I wish I was like that when I was 8. Like, those kids inspire me at the same time. And I tell them, I'm like, yo, just be yourself, bro. Have fun with it. Make sure you have fun. You're still a child, you're still growing, you're still learning. So make sure you're having fun, but also remain focused at the end of the day.
How can they follow you on social media, though? What's your social media handle?
Well, I made it easy for everybody. It's just Isha from the 978, SoundCloud, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
And I'm BastienDRÜP, y'all know that.
Yeah, but I made it pretty easy.
What did you just say?
I said I made it pretty easy.
So you opened for a Young MA, right?
Woo!
Did you do Chief KEEF?
Woo!
And Blueface? No?
Yo, I did Gunna. I didn't do Gunna. Did I do Gunna or was it Lil Baby? I forgot.
Whoa. How you gonna confuse Gunna and Lil Baby? Please explain this.
What do you mean?
They don't look alike.
No, it's because I forgot. I went to both of their shows. I can't remember which one I opened up for. But I think it was Gunna. So it was Gunna, Young M.A., and...
So...
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, the Young M.A.
Nah, I'm gonna ask the question.
Alright. I'm not excited.
Wait, hold on. Is this your show or my show? So... How did this all happen? One, that's the first one. And the second one is what was going through your head when you got your first big one? So how did all these come about, and what was going through your head when the first one happened?
All right, so the first one was Chief KEEF. Yeah. Shout out Sosa. Again, I was part of a team called Rare Breed, and my manager wasn't even like a professional manager, but he always got shit done. Like, if he said we're gonna be there, we're gonna be there. No matter how much it cost, no matter how we were gonna get there, he was always a go-getter. And he had that. He was just really good with networking. Like, props to him, because I don't know too many people like that. And he was nasty. Like, he always maneuvered his way. He was always connected with certain people, and it was just so easy for him to get us like on stage with these people. So for Chief KEEF, it was a couple of boys in my team who were opening up, and they had actually asked me to host it, you know, introduce the artist and like get the crowd moving. And that was amazing. Like, I was scared. You know, there was a couple heads from Lawrence there. They couldn't believe I was there. They were like, there's no fucking way Isha's on stage with Chief KEEF right now. Like, this nigga's over here, like, and I'm over here in the back, like, oh my God. I was stupid hype. Like, I was on Snapchat. I was like, hey, everybody, I'm with Chief KEEF. You already know me. It was honestly a great experience. I had so much fun. I was nervous. But I get nervous all the time. I suck it up right before I'm going to go on stage, and I say, yo, let's do this. And I got loose, and I said, yo, y'all already see Chief KEEF? Everybody was like, whoop. We said, whoop. That's what's up. That was it. That night was amazing. Yeah. And then Young M.A. was right after. I think Young M.A. was my favorite one because Centro is in Lawrence, and I was the only artist representing Lawrence. So that night meant the most to me. My manager had got me the slot a couple artists right before Young M.A., so the house was already packed. It was fucking crazy. I think I had a 12-minute show set where I did maybe 5 songs. I did 2 of the same songs beginning and ending with it, which was one of the crowd-catching songs. I was a rebel. I started smoking on stage, singing about ganja and shit. They was about to kick me out. Bro, they're like, she gotta turn that shit off. And I was like, woo, it was honestly amazing. I had met Young M.A.'s manager that night. You know, he was giving me a couple props. Like, I got a lot of love from people that, you know, from people all around. You know, we had a bunch of people come down to Centro to see Young M.A., and it was an experience. Like, that was one of the greatest nights of my life. It was the first night I actually felt 100% comfortable on stage. I felt free. I didn't feel nervous. I had a couple of my friends front row, like, supporting me, screaming my name. And honestly, it was amazing to, like, represent for the city, let alone be a female, you know, opening up for a female. Mm-hmm. It's, like, really, you know, you don't see that very often locally, I would say. I don't know too many girls around here. I know a couple, you know, that are doing their thing, but we don't have too many girls out here really, like, pushing, you know, for girl power, like, making it normal to have, you know, female artists in the city. So yeah, that was amazing. And
you met them personally? Like, so you met Young M.A. and you met Chief?
I met Chief. I did not get to meet Young M.A. because at Centro, they started, when she had her VIP section, they started throwing water bottles at her. So she said, bitch, I'm out. And she left. I got so angry. I was right there. I was about to, but you know what? There's another opportunity coming by in the near future. I'm not too mad about it, you know. But I don't even want to talk about that Blueface one because that shit got me tight, bro. Because I got the thing with that Worcester Palladium was that they said, sell this amount of tickets and you can perform for Blueface. I said, bet, I'll sell them in a week. Like, let's get it. I sold them all. And then Blueface cancels the show, like, maybe 3 days before. And it's like, we didn't get refunded, nothing. I had to pay out of my pocket because those were my people. If I sold my boy a ticket, I'm going to give you your money back. Mm-hmm. Thank you for buying a ticket for me to support your homegirl. I'm going to pay you back. I'm not fake like that. I spent, I took a lot of money out of my pockets to pay my people back. I wasn't upset about it or anything. Like, shit happens for a reason. But I was bummed out, you know. Like, I had my choreography ready, my outfit, my show set. Like, I had everything prepared. But, again, shit happens for a reason.
So, Blueface canceled and didn't refund you the money?
Yeah, Worcester Palladium did not refund the money at all. Sorry for putting you on blast. Oh, yeah, my manager tried everything he could.
And they just were like, nah.
Nope.
No
and nope, he because it was technically my manager's money. I was selling the tickets for him. He was like pressed about it, you know. He's like, yo, it's my money. And then he broke the news to me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pay these people back regardless. Like, I'm real like that.
So, on to my next
wow.
question. So I feel like you're a big inspiration for the city.
I love it.
So what advice do you have for the upcoming generation? Not in terms of social media, because I know I asked you that already. In terms of just being an artist, like, what advice do you have for them to, you know, push, keep going, or to cultivate themselves as an actual established artist?
I think for the youth, surround yourself with people that motivate you. Again, something I wish I did, like, way beforehand. learn about your city, learn about your surroundings, learn about where you're from, so that you know what you're getting yourself into. If you want to be such a, if you want to be an image to your city, an inspiration, you got to know about your city. You got to know who came before you, who made it out, what opportunities, the city holds, what opportunities you can create for.
Research.
Yeah, we can create. You know how many of my friends, like, hosted all these events for the youth to perform in? Like, that's things we need. We need the youth. We need more of the youth to organize events, like whether it's rent a hall or rent a club and like have a couple artists perform, pay them, whatever it may be. I feel like just become more in tune with your surroundings. That way you know where you're growing from. You can't just say you're a good artist and you got all these dreams and aspirations, but you don't really know where you're coming from or you're coming.
You probably heard this question before, but it's a question I love to ask all my guests. And the question is, what was your greatest failure? And when I ask this question again, listen, it's not your biggest L as in loss, it's your biggest L as in a lesson. So what was your biggest L, which is lesson, that you think about that pushes you to keep going every day and pushes you to keep striving? So don't tell me your biggest loss. Tell me your biggest lesson. Tell us your biggest lesson.
Jesucristo.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, wow, that's a good question.
I mean, that's a second good question, but I'll take that.
Biggest lesson I've learned in life. Biggest L.
That you still use to this day.
Take advantage of your opportunities. You know how many fucking opportunities I let go because of my timidness or because I wasn't ready or I didn't think I was ready. You should take advantage of opportunities. There will be a day where the doors don't open for you. So take advantage. I feel like that's my biggest. I've let go of so many opportunities that could have gotten me out of here way sooner. At the end of the day, time heals all. Everything happens for a reason. Right timing does exist.
So can you tell us about the time where you let an opportunity slip?
Well, one of them, I was telling him earlier, I was going to audition for the rap game. Fly out to Atlanta for free and do this beautiful little competition-like show for rappers. And I didn't think I was ready. I was so insecure. I was like, you know what? The kids are better than me. I'm not going to win. And that stopped me from going there.
Didn't go?
Nope.
But did somebody invite you over there or you just wanted to go?
No. I think someone had heard about it and then sent me the link to, apply, audition, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what just happened. It was like the day of, I was just like, nah, I can't do this. I'm not ready. And I really, I regret it. It's like, damn, take advantage of opportunities, while you still can.
You never know when they're going to stop.
That can be one of my biggest. I would have to really, really think about,
So you think about that time and that pushes you forward every time.
It's ever since that one particular day. I was like, I cannot let go of any opportunities. I should never, feel as if I'm not enough or I'm not ready or I'm not, whatever it may be. I believe in myself. I fuck with myself heavy. I'm like, you know what? I see an opportunity, I'm gonna go get it.
So in a sense, that needed to happen then.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. And I was really young. I was 16. I'm 20 now, so.
I'm going to change the course of the conversation into positivity.
Yeah.
How important of a role do you believe positivity plays in one person's success?
100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have been through so much shit. I am not here to belittle anyone or say that I've been through more shit than you did, for example. But for someone who's lost her family, her living situation, her friends, her relationship, her personal, so much weight off my shoulders, so much responsibilities that I was dealing with. For someone who's lost almost everything and was ready to give up on life literally and just be gone for good, I feel like the one thing that helped me, that motivated me, that, helped me afloat, in other words, was my positivity. I'm always happy. Even at work, back when I was depressed or whatever, I was going through shit, I'd go to the bathroom, I'll cry for 2 minutes. I'll come back out. Hey, how are you? Can I get you some water? It's not about faking it. It's about seeing the benefit of the doubt, really. Like, at the end of the day, am I getting paid to sit around and mope all day? Or can I better my situation? And for myself, for my future, at the end of the day. Like, I'm not really bettering my situation by continuously dwelling on the past, on things that did bring me down as a character. And for someone who wants to move forward, like, that's never going to work in life. Be positive regardless of all the hate you get. I had a whole bunch of hate from my city. I still remain positive.
And now they're supporting you.
Exactly. And, most of them. I still got a couple little...
Stragglers.
But, failed relationships or failed relationships with family, I still moved forward. I always see the benefit of the doubt. I will always have a smile. Anybody that actually knows me will say that I'm very kind. I've never gotten into a fight. I don't encourage, any violence. None of that. I don't condone any of that. I feel like we can solve things man to man. Like, we can just be happy. Just live life, love yourself. Like, you got to realize this shit can be gone any second. And it's like, you're never going to come back to it. You're going to think back 30 years from now. I'm 20. I'm going to be 50 in 30 years. I'm going to be like, yo, like, what was I doing back then? Yeah, what did I accomplish back then? Like, that's what life is all about. It's all about growth. It's all about looking back and, like, realizing that, you are better than you were yesterday. And you're just elevating each day and just becoming a better you. Positivity is everything, regardless of what you're going through. I know people that lost their family, like, literally, like, God forbid, but I know people that lost their mother, and they still went out and performed the whole set. They gave it their all. Like, that's what life is all about. It's just positivity. Life keeps going. You're gonna lose people. You're gonna lose things. You take nothing to the grave but yourself, so just be happy.
Copy. And what impact do you want to leave?
Not dramatic.
What impact do you want to leave on this world, or for the community? On the community.
Can you elaborate a tad bit more?
All right, so, like, what do you mean? What impact do you want to leave on the community and the upcoming generation? Like, what do you want, like, when people hear Isha from the 978, what do you want the upcoming generation and what do you want the community to think of? Like, when they hear your name, like, what do you want to leave with them? What impact, what change do you want to make in the community? Do you want more of an elaboration?
No. Shit. Well, for a girl that came from nothing, nothing, no opportunities, no silver spoon. I came from a plastic spoon, my fellow ladies and gentlemen. No, a plastic. Uno de a peso, de Family Dollar. Mira, yo te digo ahora.
I don't condone Spanish on the Experience podcast.
I just want people to, like, when they think of me, I want them to think of just pure happiness, regardless of what you go through. What I've been through. I wasn't handed anything. I wasn't handed the opportunities that plenty of other kids were, just got to experience, with no hesitation, with no amount of work or effort. I want people to think of me as someone who was always working towards her goal, regardless of who wasn't, like, on her side, regardless of who wasn't rocking with her. Like, she was always trying hard to become a name, not only for her city, but for herself. Because people know me, like, people know what I've been through. I don't ever want to leave a negative impact, especially for a city that I rep so much, like Lawrence, like, regardless of where I was raised, or I will rep Lawrence, like, That's a pretty hard question. Wow, that's a really hard question.
I rock with that answer,
yeah, A for effort, really.
So I'm gonna transition. I'm gonna play a little game with you.
Hey.
The game is called Say That. So I'm gonna say a word or a phrase, and you're gonna say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Let's go.
But the rule is that you can't repeat the same answer. You know what I'm saying? So if you say chocolate, you can't say chocolate. Again. You ready?
Yes.
Lawrence.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Tripoli's, hello. I'm sorry, I'm hungry right now. Let's go.
Alright, music.
Language.
Passion.
Spirit.
Culture.
Dominican.
Isha.
Free.
Motivation.
Speech.
BastienDRÜP.
What's up? I didn't even hear what you said until I looked at you.
I said BastienDRÜP.
I heard you. Dope.
The Overall Drip Experience podcast.
Experiencing.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
this is too funny. It's a hard game, okay? Because like, we can't think. We got to say it right away.
Just gotta say it. So now we're gonna transition into the freestyle. You ready?
Alright, so this dude wanted me to freestyle.
Are you guys ready? She gonna freestyle for you.
We're not. You said he wanted me to play a beat.
You want a beat?
You said you wanted me to play a beat. So I can spit you something from the heart.
Spit some fuego.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pass my phone.
Catch it?
I'll catch it.
Sure?
Oh yeah.
If it breaks.
Yo, y'all see, I'm gonna catch this phone right now. Holy crap.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Alright, let me see. You know, I was gonna come and rap the Black Lives Matter for you, but you already heard it. I don't wanna rap that.
I rock with that.
I don't wanna rap it. I don't wanna rap it.
Stop it, right?
Alright.
Nah, just let it run.
Oh,
So are we gonna play the beat?
yeah, so I'm gonna play a beat of a very personal thing I've written. It's really personal to me, but I feel like it's appropriate for this time. Like
I'm gonna be
the
like
type
this.
of energy I'm giving out, I feel like I have to rap this. That's why I told you. It's either I'm gonna spit something from the heart or from the mind. We're gonna do both right now.
Both.
Yeah. And to knock things out, we're gonna play one of my favorite beats of all time.
Nas.
You smarty. He's smart.
I mean, you said it. I pay attention.
Woo! This beat is so fire. This is a song I wrote. Well, I'm only gonna spit a verse for y'all, but it's about my family, my life.
Jeez, this beat goes hard.
This beat goes fucking crazy.
I'm gonna be in the background like this. You
Bump
go
it.
higher.
Oh yeah? It won't fuck anything up?
But a little lower. Alright, right there.
Hey, hey, hey. We got the train passing by. That wouldn't affect anything, right? No. Check it.
Nah. Just let it rock.
And pause.
Nah, let the beat rock though. I rock with that beat. That train's gonna go by quick.
Yeah.
You run it back.
I did.
Oh, you did?
That shit is fire, but that's legendary. Alright, listen. Woo-hoo. No corona. Let's go. I hope y'all could cut any of these
Nah.
scenes.
I'ma
Let's
leave
get
some
it.
goofy.
Listen. Now, I don't really like to rap about my problems, but seems like nothing in this world is even gonna solve them. So I'ma fucking tell you what I got on my mind, cause it's gonna hurt me more if I keep the trapped inside, you see. My mom, she got a beautiful soul, and every time a nigga see her, yeah, they losing control. She raised 5 on her own, working all fucking night, making sure that her kids can say that they was living right. There was times that I hated her, underestimated her, and every day I lived, I knew that I was right there saving her. But y'all don't know what I've been through, because without the fucking struggle, I don't know what I would do. Yo, this year I was hospitalized, and if you knew who came to see me, there'd be tears down your eyes. The doctor said that I had to cut down on the weed, but I know that ain't the cause of what was really killing me. I lost 20 pounds in only 1 week, and when I went outside, nobody recognized me. I'm thanking God every day that I still got my kidneys. Don't care if no one cared, because I'm living for me. I used to slit my wrist back when I was 14, couldn't sleep, thinking nobody would ever love me. Got my mama in trouble, they almost took away her kids. My teachers were concerned about the scars on my skin. They didn't have no life to live, they didn't have no love to give. Had to pray up to him and confess all of my sins. Woo! You want me to keep on?
Fire. I'm gonna have to hop on. I'm gonna have to hop on the beat too. Yeah, I'm about to spit. They wants me to spit. I'm about to spit.
Let's go.
I'm about to spit.
Let's go.
Pass my phone.
Let's go. Come on.
Throw on. Throw on, ready or not.
Woo!
Okay, I'm gonna spit. Nigga, that shit was motivating my ass.
Oh yeah.
It's been a minute.
Ready or Not was actually the first beat I ever rapped to.
Shit.
It's legendary. That's why I played it earlier.
You remember this one? You ready?
You can
Hey,
cut
yo,
it.
I had no pot to piss in all my life. I had to listen. There were nights I had no food, only roaches in the kitchen. Them C notes brings heat close, yeah, we know. One family, I gotta do it for my people. Peasant to the system, well known as the government. Where your conglomerate only leads to further punishment. 50. But you already know. It's bad.
Cause Lawrence is where I'm from. Sorry.
978.